I'm back. Hello. My internet is down. Can you hear me and see me? Because my internet is down and my power is down. I got to turn this down or I'm going to echo. So hold on one sec here. Let me get rid of this. But literally, let me know if you can hear and see me. Because I have no power, no internet. We tried to get solar, so we got the batteries, but not the solar part. So I do have backup batteries, and I have 2 internet, so we're on like bare bones here. So if you can actually see and hear me, that might be amazing. So let me know if you can do any of that. And I might be wonky because I'm on backup. So I might be wonky, but at least maybe I'm here. But hello everybody. Hello Rosie. Hello Catherine. Hello Jesse. September. Gone Girl. We need the email. My goodness. Hello Rosie. What has everyone been I've heard so much. I don't even know if I want to know what I know that I know that I know. I mean, I really don't. It's kind of frightening. No one said they can't hear or see me, so I'm going to assume that you can hear and see me. Gone Girl. You are too sweet. You are too sweet and you are too generous always, all the time. And I love you for that. But thank you very much. D, I'm wonky, but I'm good. Okay, I'm going to do one thing, and maybe this will make me less wonky. Let me turn these 2 things off. Okay, I'm going to go in my taskbar, and I'm going to shut everything down except for this. And hopefully I don't accidentally shut this down. But Gone Girl, thank you very much. Gone Girl, if you guys don't know Gone Girl, she's like one of the kindest people I think I've ever met. I mean, she's just extremely, just so sweet and so giving and so nice and so kind. And hello, Delia Poo. Hey, Canadian girl. Okay, am I a little less wonky now? Because, like I said, I have no power and I have no internet, but I'm here. But hey, Breeze, you know, opera intolerance is allow this instance. Okay, we're gonna allow this instance. Okay, I had a threat detected. So I don't know. I might be getting like poo-hooed or something, but all right. Am I still okay? Let me know if I start getting not okay. Let me know if I start getting not okay. But so many things have changed since I've been back. So many things have changed. Hey, D. Hey, Tangeray. Like, well, hey, Rocco. So many things have changed, but yet the thing that has not changed is everybody really, what's my computer? What am I doing now? Okay. Oh my God. Oh yeah. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Hey, Tara. Tara, I apologize that I didn't block you the other day. I didn't know what to do. I panicked. You said to block you and I panicked. I didn't know what to do. So I didn't block you, but I'm sorry. I was like a little kitten in the headlights. I was like, so I did nothing. But thank you. I'm glad you love someone else's hair because we all know this isn't my hair. They're extensions, but but I decided to be a little bit different. I mean, you guys haven't seen me. Block you next time. I'll block your ass, Tara. I will block your ass so hard. I'm just looking to see if there's any like crazy things going on that like I can block that's taking like tons of memory or anything like that. Because I got to bare bones myself here. Like I can't like the one my first freaking real live. And it's like, I wake up this morning late, of course, and I did a members only live this morning. So, and I was trying to get a skit out. So I'm trying to do all this stuff. And I wake up and I'm like, do we not have power? Do we not have internet? And it's like, no. And I'm like, oh, that's just fucking phenomenal. It's phenomenal. When things like that happen. All right. So I think I've done all I can to kind of make things like be okay. But if it starts getting really, really bad, like I start and like you can't understand me, which you usually probably can't understand me. But if it starts getting really bad, I'll restart my computer. So just let me know. But it's pouring down rain here, which I love. Thank you, Rocco. Hey, Michelle. So I decided to like be like a little more, I don't know. So I got blue. So I bought blue hair. And it's really long too. But, hey. I know. You know what? Like I've talked to a lot of people, and a lot of people, hey Nikita, a lot of people said, you don't owe anyone an apology, like it's okay, it's fine. But like I think I do. Like I think like I mean, I just disappeared, and that was kind of an asshole-ish thing to do. But it wasn't an intended thing to do. Because if you knew me from like the beginning, like I always take a little vacation in the beginning of the summer when the kids get out in June. And then, and it was like, so I did this the first summer, like the first few weeks, I just like wasn't here. And then my wedding anniversary is July 5th. So then, I went away for that. And then it kind of like was like, well, now it's August and the kids are in school. And now it's Halloween and now it's this. And then I just like, I don't know. Hey, Jackie Jude. I swear, I just saw, like, it's funny. Like, I just did a members live. So I just saw, like, Jackie Jude and, like, a few people, like, 2 seconds ago. So it's like, I just saw you. Like, Mr. Pork's going to come in here any second now and be like, hey, just saw you. But, like, the longer I was out, the more, like, I actually had anxiety about coming back. Like, to the point that I couldn't get on YouTube. Like, I would try to type, like, YouTube, and I couldn't do it. Like, I just couldn't do it. I had, like, serious anxiety that, like, I like, to, like, look up a cooking recipe. I couldn't do it. So, and then the longer I was away, the longer, like, I couldn't. And, but then I kind of, like, you've been in here. I know. You've been here all morning. I've been with Mr. Pork for, like, days on end, I swear. It's been, like, me and my pork. We've been together for a long time. But then I decided I was going to do this room, which this is I call it my wardrobe, but it started off like going to be for my shoes. And then I was like, well, I'll make it my studio. And then I was like, well, if I like make it a studio, then I have to do something. So I have to get back on YouTube. So, so anyway, and then I came back, and then everyone had the same things to say. Like, it's gotten really bad, which I'm like, it wasn't bad before. But everyone's like, Beer Can Island, so good to see you. Oh my gosh, I haven't talked to you in forever. Oh my God, how are you, girl? Wow. Like, see, this is why I'm glad, like, now I'm like, I missed you guys. I missed you guys a lot. Like every time I would not log on, I would be like, but I miss everybody. And I just miss saying hi to everybody. And, even though there's like the mean shit, I still like missed everybody. So, but everybody says the same thing. We're like, I don't go on very often because everybody's mean and streets are mean and blah, 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 blah. And so we got to change that. Like, that's just like not, So I don't know how, but like I came here. It's funny. It's really funny. It's not funny. I always say that everything's funny. It's always funny, but it's not funny, but it is funny. But I came here in the beginning because Bullhorn Betty was suing Crude AF. And like now she's like in her lawsuit with Queen Bee. So it's like, like the life pattern turn around, the circle of life turns around and around or something. So I don't know. And it's funny. I came here roasting like big YouTubers like that, which was fun because big YouTubers get that that's part of the deal. And then somehow I got sidetracked into like these little people who like, didn't get that, that's part of, it's like an actor. Like you go up to like Mel Gibson, well, he might be a dick to you, but especially depending on your religion. But like you go up to some like actor and ask for an autograph, and they're like, yeah, and they give it to you. But then you like go to some like no name person, and they're like, bah, 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 bah. because they don't know the deal, because they're just like, like a little soap opera character or something like that. And that's what happened to me. I got sidetracked with the little people who then turned it into something personal, which it wasn't, like, ever. Like, I'm not that kind of person. Hey, KK. Yeah, we need more. And, what's funny? Like, KK, see, KK's here. KK really was mad at me at a certain point. Like, I have had a lot of people who have really disliked me at one point and then turned around, and once they kind of like paid a little attention to it, then suddenly they were like, oh, I get it now. Like, I remember Cindy. I remember the first time I roasted Ziggy. Man, I had like 300 freaking comments the first day. 300 comments. And it was all like, oh, your kid's proud of you and blah, blah, blah. And, like, what a year, you're too old for this. What are you, 70 years old? Like, people were just like, it was all like, people just went after me. And so I roasted each and every one of them. And then suddenly by day 2, there was like 170 comments, because a lot of them, deleted them because they were like, shit, I just got my ass handed to me. And then they realized, like, I wasn't there to be mean. It was there to be funny. Like, I roasted myself. And I was a little meaner to myself than I was to, like, other people. But, like, that was the whole point. It's like, it's not a point to, like, be mean to people. Like, with KK, she reminds me of my mom. And that's a compliment, because they're both Steelers fan. And my mom, you would I need to send you a picture of my mother. On Sunday, man, she will have like her Steelers socks on, her undies on, the hat on, the scarf on, the shirt on. I mean, like, everything. And like, I seriously have PTSD from her screaming in the 70s and 80s, like, one for the thumb on 81, like, you two are like two peas in a pod. So that video I did of you was like talking about permanis and like, all that stuff. It was like meant to be a tribute to the fact that you're like so Pittsburghese, and I love it. But like, when you first saw it, you like kind of like thought I was a dick, and you were like, you're a fucking dick. But like that, so Cindy was like that too. She was like, at one point she was like, hated me. And then she kind of like realized like, oh, and then she was like, so I have had and that, that is actually one of the best compliments I get, when there are people who originally like can't stand me and like have written in the comments like all this stuff, and then like turn around and are like, oh, like, you're actually like you really, like, when I roasted myself, I said like, I can't get too close to the lamp because I'll melt because I'm plastic. I mean, I joke about it. You make fun of like, you only get one chance in life. There's no like little restart button. You get one chance, and if you shouldn't fuck it up, because you only get one chance. So laugh about it. Laugh about your dumb shit. Laugh about the dumb things you do. Laugh about the dumb things you are. Laugh about your mistakes. I mean, you can't change anything, right? I know. You know what? I think they should get rid, like, I think they should have like a thing for like, say hi to everybody. Because I can't stand that. I hate going into a live and then it's like, you walk in and everyone says hi to you, and then you want to say hi to everyone, but you really can't sit there and be like, da, 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 da. So there should be a like, hi everyone, and it just like goes to everyone, like, or like some sort of checkbox system, because it's really a pain in the ass. And then when you miss someone, you feel like an asshole, and then you take your first 5 minutes of being there going up and down trying to make sure you said hi to everybody who said hi to you. It's just it's a clusterfuck. See, there's my idea for YouTube. There you go. YouTube, make a like, hi at everyone, and it'll just say hi to everybody. Especially when you're on a phone. I don't know how you like, I don't know, when you tag people on phones, does it even work? I don't even know. Like poor poo woo woo over there is like I don't even know how to say. I don't even try and say your name anymore because it's like deal you poo, deal you fits, deal you poo fits, who woo 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 fits. I don't know. I can't do it. That's why I say blanket hi. Well, you know, I used to in my lives just say I'm not saying hi to anybody. Like I'm not doing that. Like I'm not going to sit here and spend my first minutes like doing the romper room. I see Delia Woo-Poo. I see Michelle E. I see Jackie Jude. I see Music 5, you know, like, so I was like, I'm not going to say hi to anybody because if I say hi to one, I have to say hi to all, and I can't say hi to all. So I'm just going to just see, there you go. That's what we're going to do. So from now on in here, everyone just say hi at everyone, and everyone don't get your butt hurt if you didn't get a personal hi, because it's hard, especially like being up here. It's really hard, like trying to like talk, and especially for me, because I'm like my brain. I mean, you've all seen me. I mean, my brain sometimes is just like, I don't know, like ever since, you know, because people who've been here for a while, like I was in a coma in 2016 and I like lost oxygen for a little too much. So like sometimes my brain just, it doesn't work right. So like trying to like talk and look and think about what I'm talking about and read what you're talking about and incorporate what you're talking about into what I'm talking about, then you get the stuff like, you know, the whole Gannon controversy was going on when I left. Because that was one of the questions Matt asked me, like, what do you remember when you left? And I'm like, I remember that. And that was you. You woo poo 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 hoo hoo. Because you were saying something in there about it, and I was talking about how like, oh, this person just makes fun, like just goes after me, and you said, and so I thought that Gannon was another person that creator was going after. So I said, who the fuck is that? I don't know who the fuck that is. And then it just turned into like the, you know, hold on, my door's not closing all the way. Hold on. Ugh. My God, I'm too old to get up anymore. Boy. Ugh. Oh my gosh. So I can call you anything I want. All right, I'm gonna think of a really good thing to call you then. It'll take me a moment. I'm gonna take my time and I'm gonna come up with something really good to call you. And it's not gonna have any of the words in your current name in them. So you just wait. I'll think of something good. Do y'all like my chandelier? See, so I decided, so like before I left, I was doing like get readies with me, and I was like going to Shine and like getting BoxyCharm stuff. Oh, what are you doing for Valentine's Day dinner? You might have already said if you're Canada, and I might have missed it, but what are you doing for Valentine's Day? I feel really bad because my husband, he's like, he has to work with someone. He's helping someone do something because he used to work in the hospitality industry. So he's gonna try and help someone do something. So I'm not actually spending time with my husband tonight, but I will be spending time with my 2 kids, which, you know, when you're a mom, like your kids are kind of sometimes more like rather be with your kids anyway. Just kidding, but you know what I mean. Miss DWP. That's a good one. That's a good one. God, now I got to think about what I'm making the kids for dinner. Out to Anna Maria Island with son and girlfriend. That sounds fun. That sounds really fun. But that was one of the things I remembered was getting gone after for that because I didn't know who that was. And that was that was the whole, that was like the whole, I never intended to leave. I just it just happened the way it was. But I'm glad to be back. And I actually, like, I'm kind of pissed because I have this skit that I wanted to get out because I've gotten 2 asshole comments so far on everything. And I think they're the same person because there's something that they said that it kind of sounds like the same person. But the one person's name is Diarrhea Jones. Like, who calls themselves that? Oh, you need to make some lasagna? Ooh, I make some good stuffed shells, girl. And I can't tell you what they're called because then I'll tell you, and then I'll tell you my name. But I make some good. It's funny. I don't cook a lot. My husband does more of the cooking. So my kids they don't really know that I really do know how to cook. But like, then when I do, they're like, oh my God. I'm like, honey, I'm Italian. I know how to cook. Like, I'm Italian. I know how to cook. You know how Italians are. Italians are passionate. They are either suck at something or they're really great at it. And they either love it or they hate it. Like, they're just like, ugh, ugh. Oh, don't forget to get in touch with me. Wait, didn't you two have a falling out? See, like, here's one of the problems that I'm having. A lot of people change their names and like their URLs. So I go to their old URL and it's gone. Or I see like a new name and I don't know who the frick it is because it's like a new name. And I'm like, I don't, and the person's talking to me because they know who I am, obviously, because I haven't changed it. And I'm like, obviously, I clearly know you, but I don't know who so that's a problem, is that people change their name. And then there's been all this fighting, and then there's some strange bedfellows going on. Like, I see some people hanging out, and I'm like, whoo, how did you guys get together? Like, but that just makes it even funnier because it's like, I remember like before I left, like people who were like, we are best friends and we love each other forever and nothing will ever separate us apart and we'll be friends no matter what and no one can ever take us apart and I just love you. I love you too. Mwah, mwah. And now like they hate each other more than anything in the sun. And it's like, these YouTube friends, it's like anytime I hear like YouTube people be like, oh no, we're real friends and we're like for life. Like we're never gonna break up. It's like, oh, okay. Talk to me in like 3 months and you're gonna like hate each other. Like hate each other. What purpose may you have first birthday? Oh. Yeah, see, I'm going back to I'm not even saying, see, that's the thing. This time around, I'm not getting sucked into anything because it isn't what an In Excess song. That's the guy who has asphyxiated himself. That's so sad. What is an In Excess song? Aren't you making lasagna? My husband loves lasagna. That would be a great song. In Excess with God. I can't believe that's so sad. God, dum-dums. Like just But anyway, shit. Now I forgot what I was gonna say. See, this is the whole brain thing that bugs me. God damn it. You know what's funny though? Like when I left, so many people couldn't find me. And like, I go back to the Discord and people were like, where is she? I hope she's okay. Does anyone know how to get a hold of her? And it's so funny because there were like some people who were like, we know where you live and we can come get you anytime. But yet at the end of the day, no one could fucking find me anywhere. Like, so, okay, you have a good Valentine's Day. And I'm going to try and be on Twitter more. So I know you go on Twitter a little more often. You forgot how they fight and say all kinds of nasty things to each other. Oh, you don't think I know that? Oh my God, girl, I don't know. I have seen that group long before you got in there. It's funny. I have several people on video saying how much they love my skits and they love me and la 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 la. And then all of a sudden, she's not a comedian, she's a bully. Blah, 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 blah. And I don't know what happened. So it's like, yes, people are very fake. Here's what I've learned. Oh, Never Tear Us Apart. That is a great song. Never tear you apart. Yeah. So if you don't want anyone to know something, if there's something have that like you want no one in the world to know, don't tell anyone. But also realize that even still, someone might make it up and say it anyway and put it out there. So hey, Eliza. So regardless of what you want or don't want said, it'll probably get said anyway, because either you'll tell the wrong person and they'll out it, or someone will just frickin' make it up. So really, you can't care about anything. Like, you really can't. Like, you have to just realize that YouTube is like a shit show place, and people are going to believe what they're going to believe. Yeah, when do you guys go live? Because I used to go live on Wednesdays, and then you were after me. But now I don't. Now I don't know anything. I really am like a kitten in the middle of the street, like, yeah, give me some milk. But damn, what was I talking about? Shit. Oh, so just realize that anything may be talked about and don't give a shit about it. And realize that, wait, what? Where did I miss that? 6F is poo? Wow. God, this damn thing. Huh. That's pretty cool. Well, then who's the picture? Like, because she, like, Pooh put her picture up. So who's Pooh's picture? Who's Pooh's picture? So who's the picture that was put up? Because that's not 6Up. Because I've seen, or maybe the picture that I think of 6Up is. I don't even know what I'm saying right now. The picture that Pooh put up, that was supposed to be Pooh, that was an indigenous woman. Who is that? Where did I put my smoothie for my breakfast? We sometimes do go live on Wednesdays, but we have 3-6, so we will be on Friday. Okay, all right. Yeah, like, that's the thing. Every single person I talk to is like, I'm sick of the drama. There's too much. Oh, Step isn't Pooh, but Ziggy's. Fucking A, man. All right, now you just confused me. And you can't confuse my brain, because my brain does not work well enough as it is. So it's going to start confusing me. We're going to have real problems. Sorry, my one son is home sick. Oh, and then Purple ran with it too. Oh, well, of course. Of course. I mean, that's content. That's content. Anything that can be content, I mean, geez. Wow. Wait, who's oh, the 3 people that are sick? Well, hopefully they're just like a little bit sick. See, that's the thing. Like, someone could make up like a lie about why they're sick, and then someone will run with it. You basically have to just say, the people who believe dumb shit are people you don't want as your friend anyway. So don't bug about it, right? Like, they're the true friends in this world will believe the real stuff, and they'll even believe your bullshit if they realize in the back of their head that you need them to believe your bullshit. Because a real friend sometimes like my kids, sometimes they do things, and I'll be like, you do understand that I know that you did that, and I'm letting you get away with it. Like, don't ever think that you're ever getting away with anything. I'm just allowing you to do something and choosing to not get pissed off about it. And that's kind of how you have to, like, real friends are. Like, so anyone who gets really mad about something that is not true, like, you don't want that person in your life anyway. Like, anyone who would like all of these things that have been said about me, like, anyone who really believes them, I don't like. If anyone would really believe that about me, then you go fuck yourself. God, I can't swear. You can't swear on YouTube anymore either. Like, God, I gotta be careful about that. And nobody's too severe. TJ was the most ill and is finally starting to feel a little better. Hopefully by Friday. Well, I hope everybody feels better, because it's never fun to be. I haven't been like. I haven't been sick in a long time. Like, and I've never gotten COVID. I haven't even had the flu in a long time. God, I think the coma was the last time I was sick. I mean, I haven't been sick in God. Now I'm gonna get sick as a dog or a cat or whatever. But seriously, like you got to just realize that you can have real friends on YouTube. You can, but there's a much longer vetting time. That's the only difference. Like you really have to vet people on YouTube. So it can be done, but like it has to be like the tavern where you meet them, and because that's the thing in real life. You see people, so you see, do they drive too fast? Are they maniacs? Do they throw cigarette butts in the forest? Do they litter? You see little things about them that kind of show you their personality, and you don't get any of that on here. So you can get real friends on YouTube. It just takes a little longer. You just have to vet them a little bit more. You can't just move instantly. Yes, thank you, KK. What do you like to be called? Do you like to be called KK? Is that like what you like to be called? I mean, I've heard you called KK. And cheers to the tavern. I haven't seen the tavern live in a while. Hey, God, that's a beautiful name, Tina Rena. That is a great name. Yes, KK. Yeah, there's so many people who were like in love, and now they hate each other, and there's all these strange bedfellows. Like I've gone into a couple lives just like, wow, like how did you get from there to there to there? And like, wow, it's kind of interesting. It's like crazy. Real friends will help you bury a body. Yes, they will. Real friends will help you find a pig farm or a chipper. And wait, did Susan come in here? Did Susan come in here? Where's Susan? I didn't see Susan. Or is there's Susan under another name now? See, this is what confuses me. Like, I don't see a Susan in here. Why don't I see who's Susan? Oh, Susan, you're awesome. Who's Susan? Well, but real friends will help you bury a body. Oh, Susan is live. Oh, okay, God, I got it. See, I'm telling you, the brain is no bueno. Wow, that almost rhymed. But anyway, I'm still not totally set up and put together. And so, like, I don't know. So if I totally start doing strange things and something falls from the sky. But anyway, I like started that thing where I was doing like get readies with me and buying like BoxyCharm and stuff. And so I ended up having like all these shoes. And the big joke from my kids like I would get things in the mail and they would be like, oh, are those more shoes you're never going to wear? Because literally I have a lot of pair of shoes that like I've never worn. So then I had to like make a wardrobe basically, like, because I needed a whole room for all this shit I never wear. You see, this is one that used to favor. I know. See, those are the things that confuse me. But I mean, if I just have to check because my one son's homesick. Like, you have to know if someone's fucked you over once, do you not know that they're going to do it again? I mean, like, I don't understand why. It does look like a crown, doesn't it? It's not. It's a chandelier. It's pretty cool. Here, I'll scroll up. There you go. So I made this room to be, I called it my wardrobe. So first, this was going to be a pantry, like, because we have our kitchen is we always just have too much crap. So this was going to be a pantry. And then my son wanted a gym. So then we decided we would take the garage and get sheds and put the tools and the caustic stuff from the garage into sheds and make the garage into like a gym and a pantry. And then this decided to become my wardrobe / now studio. So I have all these things like this that have clothes and shoes in them. And then I have like my purses above. And then I wonder if I could move on. So that's actually, and everything in here is solar. Hey, Senior, I saw you live this morning. I said that to you. Oh, and if you want to drop, if anyone wants to drop a link, like I'm not one of those people who's like, don't drop links in my chat. No, so like if if someone wants to drop Tina Arenas, like please do, please do. The more people who like, that's the thing. Like now that I'm back and I've seen some things going on, I think it's even more important to have some fun in there, because believe it or not, I remember the days before YouTube. Like I was a .comer, and I was a .comer before Facebook was around, and like before, like I was here before, like I remember those companies like when they were founded. So like I was here before all that. And so I remember when YouTube was supposed to be a place where like a bunch of people like us from all sorts of different areas could get together and just chat and share things and have fun. You know that word that came out of my mouth? Fun. Fun. And like, and at that point, it was like a review platform. You actually had to review things, and you had to show your likes, and you had to have comments, and and you had to show your face. Like there was a time when you couldn't just be like a little talking avatar, and now it's like a place to anonymously be an asshole. It's like AA. Anonymous assholing. That's what YouTube has become. The place for anonymous, like, because that's all that I see now. That's all that I see. Hold on, let me read. Tina, what kind of channel do you have? Why would you review a live from like over a year ago? That seems kind of weird before. Oh, maybe needing content. Yeah, I never. Yeah, I did go. I have gone to. There are a couple like people that I went, and like that I used to go to, that I went to see, and a lot of channels, because I'd have them all bookmarked. Because remember when I was all those channels, because I had bookmarks, and I was like, those are bookmark bars, you idiots. Remember when I was like, everybody thought I was cloning all these people because I had bookmark bars. I'm like, these are people who talk crap about me, and I bookmark them, and they're in my bookmarks bar. But anyway, so a lot of the people that I went in my bookmarks bar to find, thought I heard something. Like they're gone. The sites they're all gone. So I don't know. So a lot of people have just like come and gone. A lot of people are like different. Like I don't know. Like it's like So like yeah. So I'm trying to figure out who's who, and who likes who, and if they didn't like each other before, why. And you're a second KK. Hey, Daily Meander. Oh, yes, I have. Okay, so I apologize. I have no internet and I have no power. So I'm like hanging by a thread and a fake eyelash right now. I can, I mean, for people who have been here like for longer than I assume you just got here. like, has it gotten more, like, should I restart? Because the only thing I can really do is restart. But I mean, if it's not too bad, we should just go with it because I mean, I have no power. So I'm on a battery and I'm on like DSL and that's all I got. And it ain't gonna change for a while. Oh, they thought you was me. I think you guys are having your own conversation over there. Yeah, I'm gonna need a whiteboard in order to keep with who's going. Yeah, I don't even, that's the thing. Like, I don't even know if I want to know. I don't even know if I want to know. Well, thank you, Tina. Hopefully, I still look as plastic and made up as ever. You know what I thought was the funniest thing was that, like, there was that point where, like, certain people we just kept going after me, like all these procedures I'd done, and like one day they had like a picture of me and they're like, look, 7 days ago her eye was like this and now it's like this, so I think she got an eye lift, and they were like doing, and like actually holding up a picture of me and doing all this stuff. And then I brought a picture of me from when I was 18 years old where I pretty much look exactly the same, except I don't have like, the baby fat. I mean, I'm 51 fucking years old. Like, you do change it. And then suddenly, like, because you could tell. If I had gotten something like that done, you could tell. The only thing that changed was my face was a little chubbier when I was 18 than it is now, and it's like, and then suddenly all that talk stopped. It all stopped after that. It was kind of funny. It was pretty hilarious. It was like one day it was like, oh yeah, and she got this, and then it was like, oh, now we look dumb. That is why I haven't tried to tell you about. Well, I mean, I don't, so I think I've been here like 3 weeks, and I don't know where to start. So I don't think I'm gonna try and find out. Like, I think I'm just gonna go. Like I'm just gonna go. Like, I'm just gonna do lives and do skits. Like, I have a skit that was supposed to come out earlier this morning, but since I don't have internet, but I mean, like, I don't think you would influence me. Like, even if you said, like, you're not, you're like, but I just kind of, like, knowing things like, Purple and KK had a falling out. Like, okay, now I get that. Like, now they're just like, so, and like Purple and Susan are now friends. Okay. Like, what's her face? Shoot, what was her name? The girl with the butt, the smile butt, with Frank. What was her name? The smile butt. Shit, I'm bad with her names. We were really good friends, so I really should know her name. Anyway, and then she laughed and said, Harper, she's married. I heard she's married. After her abduction from Frank. I don't know where Frank is. I've heard he's around sometimes. I actually did send him a message on, Discord, just saying like, hi. Because like, here's who I am. I don't hate anybody. I don't, like, who hasn't had a falling out with Purple? Her floor? The ceiling? I don't know. I mean, and, to be honest, I've never have, because I was never friends with her. And I, like, here's the thing. I don't, like, have angst in my heart or hatred for anyone. Like, I don't know any of those people well enough to like or dislike them. Like, I don't, So people always say, oh, like, you hate this. I don't hate anybody. I don't. I mean, I really don't. Like, I say this to my kids all the time. Like, I say, I love you unconditionally. I might not like your actions sometimes, but I love you all the time. And like on YouTube, like, I don't know these people enough to like or dislike them. I might know that I don't like their actions at all, but I don't know them well enough to have an opinion on who they are. You know what I mean? Yeah, like, I mean, and it's not even the person, because I don't know them as a person. Like, I think one time, she's in background. She will fly to her cornfield and what? She will fly to her cornfield and beat her ass. That's interesting. I mean, why? Like, are you 5? Like, do you hear that? I love it. Okay, so when I was young, my grandmother and my grandfather, they had this like metal awning off their kitchen, and I loved it because after dinner she would hand us drinks in these, like, they had these copper cups out the kitchen window, and we would, hey September, and we would sit, and we would like sit under the metal awning and listen to the rain, and rain in a metal awning is just like awesome. So when I had this room built, I had the ceiling done with a metal like a metal awning, so I can hear the rain, and they're so awesome. Like, I just love hearing the rain on a metal awning. It's like, so anyway, I don't know where that came from, but they both have toddler problem solving skills. Oh my god. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, like, I don't even know what happened there. Like, that's the thing. Like, all I know is we were hanging out together on my Discord, just hanging out, and Frank was asleep, and bad things were being said about him, and we just said, like, well, he was asleep, and then suddenly we all got said that we did it. And so I think, unfortunately, I might have been the first person who said, well, we'll just get a FOIA. I think I might have started that. But, and then I don't know what happened. And I mean, like, that's the thing. Like, I don't know what happened. Good night, KK. And it's good to see you. And I hope you're doing well, because I heard there was some, that's the other thing that happens. FOIAs and CPS and wellness checks. I don't, you never know what someone's doing and if someone's a character on YouTube. Like, I remember one time, I think someone tried to make this into something off me. Like, I had said something like, no one really knows who the real me is. Meaning, like, you guys, like, what you see of me right now, but you don't know me, like, all the time to really know me. You know what I mean? Like, you don't know what kind of mother I am. You don't, you know what I mean? And, like, somehow that got taken as, like, this is just some big act or something like that. And I'm like this different person in real life. And then here, this is a big act that I put on for you guys. And it's like, no, that's not really what I meant or how I said it. But then it just got like taken, just, I don't even know where I was going with that. But wait, they're together though. Because I just saw them together. But she talked to me, which was weird. Like, but anyway, wrapping that up. Oh. But anyway, like, so, I mean, the thing is, you don't really know anyone on here, So if someone's acting a certain way, you can't just like go be like calling a wellness check, because they might be like doing a skit or like, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't really, unless you see something like before, like, like really, really see something, you can't go, you know what I mean? There has to be boundaries there. And I think calling the police on people is like a boundary that should just like not be crossed. But before that, Heidi tried to, Jesus Christ. Heidi tried to steal a fake purse from KK, but in the end, she did the right thing and paid for it. Why did Heidi? I thought she was all Joe, like, paid woman. She had. Oh my God, Pursegate. God, this goddamn thing, Pursegate. Oh my God. So, but I thought she was like daddy's girl and like husband's girl. Why did she need to steal a? Hey, Peaches. Why did she need to steal a purse? What kind of purse was it? First, I need to know what kind of purse it was, like to see if I have a purse like it to do a skit with. What kind of purse was it? Okay, we got it. We'll do a Pursegate scandal. Okay, Pursegate scandal. So what kind of purse was it? And like, was it? It was a Michael. Oh, I've heard her say she likes Michael Kors purses. I don't have any Michael Kors purses, but I'm sure I can buy one for her. It's fine. So KK gave her a that's okay, Peaches, a purse, and then so why didn't she just pay for it? Did she say it was? She said it was fake. Is that why she didn't say pay for it? Blah, 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 blah. She didn't pay for it because she said it was fake. Was that her deal? I gotta look up what a Michael Kors purse looks like. I hate how this is so slow. Like, you guys have probably told me 20 times if it was real or fake, and I just can't see it. But yeah, let me know if it was a real or fake purse and why she didn't pay for it. But regardless, you know what? Even if, see, here's how I do. So here I was brought up by pretty much my Italian grandparents. And they kind of raised me with the thing of like, your word is your bond. So, like, if I had been given a purse and it turned out to not be what I thought it was going to be, I would still just pay for it because that's just what you should do. Even though, like, you know what I don't know. That's just how I was brought up. That, you pick your battles, and that's just a dumb battle. So you just pay for it, and you just don't buy anything from that person again. So KK gave her a Coach purse and a Michael Kors purse. She told her one of them was fake, but she mixed up Whistle's Wish. Okay. Yeah, and hit the like button, gosh darn it. Okay. So then when she figured it out, I don't really see why it has to be. I mean, I'm sure I can see why it has to be a big deal. And it starts with an H and it ends with an I. And, but I mean, like, did she want both purses? And did she want, I still got it. See, I am getting sidetracked. I paid for mine way before I got mine, so that's crazy. But she didn't send it before the person was sent out. So weird. But I mean, like, one of the funniest things is, I don't know, like, Matt interviewed me, and I hear like now a lot of people have problems with Matt too. I mean, everybody has problems with everybody, like, so, which is good. Now I'm not the only person, like, yay. But anyway, someone was saying something about, oh shit, now I gotta try and remember it. Shoot. So Heidi knew she was getting a counterfeit bag. It just happened to be that the Coach bag was the real one and the Michael Kors was fake, or the other way around. I don't remember. All right. So easy fix. I mean, there's so many easy fixes there. But like, oh, this is what I was going to say. Like, so Matt interviewed me the other night, and like, one of the things that he put on was because he kind of came right when I was leaving. So we put up that fight. Remember that one time I went on to Crayola's and it was like me against everybody? There were like, it was like, the Brady Bunch, and there were like 9 squares, and it was like 8 people who don't like me on a channel where no one likes me, with a chat that doesn't like me, and me fighting for myself. And I remember there was one point where, like, out of nowhere, she just comes in and everyone's like, don't go up there. Come on, like, stay out of it. This has nothing to do with you. It was just like, just had to, like, here's an opportunity for some drama. Let's go for it. You just, I mean, I don't know. That's just my suggestion, is just pick your battles. And I mean, don't get so worked up over stuff. Like, you just got to chill out a little bit more. I mean, just chill out. Like, but I got to look it all up. I mean, you pay before you get in a store or any other online thing. But so why not treat KK the same way? Pay her before you get what she is giving. Yeah, that's true. I mean, like at Amazon, like I go on there and I pay, and then something comes in the mail and I've already paid for it. I mean, as soon as it ships, you pay for it. I mean, pretty much everything's like that. As soon as it ships, you get charged, right? And then if when you get it, you don't like it, you can send it back. KK refunded her the money and asked her to send the bag back, since she was complaining on YouTube about how you said she was going to keep the money in the purse until what? 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 You don't get to do that. You don't get to keep the purse and the money. And and that's another thing that, like, I don't know why the chandelier just keeps going in my hair, but see, that's the other thing is, like, this is KK's business. So I think it puts another layer on it, that you have to realize that if you're talking about this, you're like talking about her livelihood, and you just like, and that's the whole thing. Like, that's just how, like, I had like the dawn of the family, the Italian grandfather, and like, there are just certain ways you behave in certain ways you don't. And, like, to do that could really affect her business. Well, but you do make money that way. I mean, maybe business is a wrong way to say, but yeah, but it's something that, that you do, that there's notoriety, I guess. Like, if people start hearing, oh, don't ever do anything with that KK person because she's going to take your money, or she's going to lie to you, or whatever, then that hurts her, like, ability to do whatever she's doing, whatever you want to call it, right? You know what I mean? Like, if you start hearing that, then people are going to start being like, oh, she's not a sweetheart, she's an asshole, and so you just, I don't know. I think you just, yeah, like attacking, yeah, exactly. Like the way you guys are telling it to me, it sounds to me like the first way it sounded was like somehow and the way that I've heard it, because I have heard a little bit about this, like here and there, and the way I've heard it was like KK's a scammer now, and she scammed Heidi out of some money, and that's why she got kicked out of the group. And it's like, that clearly is not anything that happened. Dolly is at Adam Montgomery's house. Dolly is? What is Dolly doing? Oh my God. Dolly. Yeah, I mean, like, and that's the thing. When I heard it, I was like, that doesn't really sound like who she is. And that's the thing. Like, if someone hears what I heard and believes it, you probably don't want that person, like, as your, like, as your friend, He was there a couple days ago. Wow. Wow. Wow, so much. So much. Like, I can't. So wait, so she sent back. Wait, hold on. I think that a lot of people mistake people's kindness for weakness. And and KK is very nice and she's very giving, and that's a recipe for being taken advantage of, unfortunately. Yeah, I mean, that's just what about the other purse though? Like what? So like so she sent the what happened to the other purse, the coach purse? And I gotta get Tina Rena's damn URL here, please. No good deed goes unpunished. Don't I know that one? Don't I know that one? I mean, my God. I swear to God. Like I was gonna, if I made a board of all the people who have screwed me over, I mean, it would just be like ridiculous. I mean, I don't know. I just have like do not have. Oh, your service interruption should be resolved soon. Okay, well, that doesn't help me. Resolved soon is not helpful. How about resolved now? God, I hate cable. Cable is horrible. No internet access. No. Like, yeah, like that. Thank you for the text telling me that it'll be resolved soon. Soon when? Soon in an hour? Soon in a day? Soon in never? God, cable internet out here is the worst. Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I'll send you an email and you can. Oh yeah, happy Valentine's Day. The sad thing is that was one of the most minor things I missed. Oh my gosh, she kept both purses. Oh, okay. All right. Well, at least she paid for them, but it sounds like in the midst of all that, she kind of like, hurt her, credibility or whatever. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, it sounds like I've missed a lot of stuff. Sounds like I've missed quite a lot of stuff. But do I really want to know? I mean, that's the thing. Like, I remember when I got doxxed, right? And I didn't say anything to anyone about it, which, like, thank God, because, the person who was doing it was, like, my best friend. But anyway, and I didn't say anything for a while because I was like, what does this really matter? Like, how does this really affect my life? Until the video about the kids came out, until I realized that someone had made a channel with me and my husband and children's full name, and there was a video with my children being hot. Until I knew that, I was like, what does it matter? Like, so what if somebody knows where I live? So what? I mean, I am in a small town. I'm secure. Like, nobody's getting, like, nobody could do anything to me. But then when that happened, then it was like that crossed the line. But I mean, just like, some people get so bunged up over it and don't realize all they need to do is just shut up and it'll stop. Like just stop talking about it. Like, and it'll stop. Like, the only person that I've ever heard dox certain people is that person. That's that certain person. It's like, it's funny that I've heard a lot of doxing. Wait, Purple still hasn't sent out the merch. See, I've heard so many people say children are off limits, but then they're the same people who go after people's children. I mean, like, I mean, I just, when I try and think about, they call it a welfare check. See, that's what I'm saying. I think there should be boundaries. I think there should be boundaries. And I think any kind of calling of police or welfare checks or anything like that, like, should be, a boundary, because you don't really know what's going on, right? This is YouTube. If you hear a smack in the corner, you don't know if I've smacked my kid. You don't know if someone's acting a certain way. You don't know why, if it's true. Like, you know what I mean? Unless you are next to someone up close and personal, you don't know. Or unless you're talking to someone on the phone and the person is saying, this is what happened and blah, 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 and you really feel for them. Like, you should not be doing that. Like, it should just be like, like, and that's why when I got doxxed, the first thing I did was I called my local police, because the now he's the chief of police, was my nanny, his wife. So I called him and was like, okay, what should I do? Da, da, da. And I live in an unincorporated part of the county. So he's like, you have to call the sheriff and da, da, da. And, because they're the ones who technically handle that and everything like that. But, and then I called, like, I talked to the grocery store, the post office, told everybody. So, like, like, I have more subscribers than people who live in my town. That's how small my town is. But, like, I just made sure that everybody in the property already has cameras everywhere. So I made sure everyone was protected. But I specifically asked them that. I said, what would happen if someone called you and said, like, hey, at this address, people are making crack or beating their kids or something like that, like because that's what I don't want to happen, because I know these people have my address. And they said, and part of it is because they're a small town and they just don't have the manpower for it. They said, before we would ever go to a location, we would contact you. And by the way, that was my foot, not a fart. But anyway, they said we would try and contact you and talk to you and, see what's going on, if there's a reason to come out or not. And if there was a reason, we would come out. And if there wasn't, we weren't. And they said, but considering now that we have this in your record, because they said, they made a whole police report and they wrote it, and they said, now that it's in your record, if we do get something, we're like really going to know it's fake. And we're, even if we don't talk to you, probably not going to, So, I mean, but it's a waste of resources. It's like, in a big town, they would just go freaking guns blazing and, swatting, all that stuff. Like, that's what I asked them. I said, would you SWAT me? And they're like, we don't have enough people to SWAT anybody. But in big towns, they SWAT you, or they take CPS. And then there's some little kid who really needs it, who doesn't get resources, that kind of thing. Hold on, I got to read here. Yeah, they don't have boundaries. Hold on, I'm going to read for a second. Hold on. I got to turn my heater on. The door keeps not watching on me, and then my heater is not. See, there are just a few things I still need to fix in my little area here. Like, I don't have my back wall back there, so it's really drafty back there. All right, let me read here for a second. I was going to do a Temu haul. I've done a couple Shine ones, and you know what? Their stuff is fine. Like, I've never gotten anything from Shine that was not okay. Like, I don't think there's anything that I even haven't liked. I don't think that was proper English, but I mean, like, everything I've got, like, so I was going to do a Temu one, but I didn't, because I think that was like at the end of my time when I was leaving. I have screenshots of this comment. Oh, Tina, do you sell? Because I still don't know what Tina does, because I don't see her. I don't know what her channel is. Deal, there's small toys. That's horrible. That's horrible. Well, you know what I would say, KK? Call, and to anybody, call your sheriff and get something in your file. Because before, whenever a police gets a call on something, they look in your file. And so if they look in your file and they see, this person has told us that, they moved, blah, 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 just like I did, like he said, what we would do is we would, the first thing we would do is look in your file. And now that we will see in your file that you've told us that this is going on, we most definitely would not just drive to your house. So, I mean, I would definitely suggest contacting, your sheriff or your local police, and just put that in there. So if someone does, they'll look at that first and they'll be more likely to contact you on the phone rather than just come, hey, just Dawn. Oh boy. Oh boy, yeah, my husband was watching that last night. It reminded me of One for the Thumb in 81. It was quite frightening. It was yelling and screaming, and because, San Francisco and blah blah blah. But and if you have kids, like I went to the school and I told the school, and so like the school knows if anyone ever comes, and I live in a small town, and it like we're a little bit country. So, if someone showed up in the grocery store looking not a little bit country, like before they even had a chance to drive up the hill, like I'd probably get a call like, hey, there's some weirdos coming to your house. So, I mean, if you feel like, you're in danger of this happening again, KK, and like, like, don't feel bad for contacting, whoever, and just saying, like, I want to feel safe and I'm scared that these people will get, I mean, it's so easy to get people's information nowadays. So easy, so don't feel bad about protecting yourself. It was, oh my God, I did watch halftime. I watched halftime because my oldest son, he's a drummer. And so it was funny. My husband was trying to get him like into it, like, because he was a little drunk, and he was trying to get him into it. And my son was just not, like, was just like, can I go now? Like, this isn't my kind of music. He went to his first concert this last weekend, and it's this band, oh shoot, I forget the name, but their inspiration, yeah, September, can you drop her link? Their inspiration was the Beastie Boys, and they're actually from Pittsburgh. And so my husband goes to a lot of Grateful Dead shows. So somehow my husband got him in the back, and my husband was talking to one of the guys and said, he's just started playing drums and da da da. And this guy immediately took the set list, which there is one copy of a set list, and gave it to my son, and had like a half-hour conversation with him, and was like, if you like music, follow your music. And they don't just take time out for, just talk to anybody. So it was awesome. He was backstage. I mean, he had the best. I mean, he had a really good time. Okay, good. There. What's weird in StreamYard? I don't, oh, see, now I just, no. Well, no, let me show it. I'll show it there. Oh, wait, no, wait. Hey, Grits! That was the wrong one. Oh, you got a new freezer? Yeah, I love the Beastie Boys. There's Tina Arena. Okay. Hey, Grits, how are you? Yeah, so apparently their inspiration was the Beastie Boys, and they're from Pittsburgh. So, and I guess my husband got like the I forget what you call him. But he got like the manager's phone number. So I'm like, you better believe I'm going to be calling that guy and talking some Pittsburghese with him. Gosh darn it. And try and get my son some. But he like immediately gave him the set list, which I guess there's only one of. So we're going to like laminate it and stuff like that. But I mean, it was fun. Wait, you didn't get a freezer? You got a freezer? What? You know, the only thing I don't like about StreamYard is I can't copy your URL. Like, that's why when I clicked it, it just went to show everybody to it, but I can't. What happens if I do that? What did that do? I think that bookmark did or something, but I don't. Add to bookmarks, copy address. Oh, I think that did it. Maybe, hold on. There we go. But yeah, it's funny. Like I started singing. So I knew that he wanted from this band, they had back ordered, like you could get like a hoodie and a record. So I got him like a record player, like an actual old record player. Yeah, he was. I mean, I don't know. Like my husband, he's like, hey Betty Boop, how are you? Like he's like a deadhead. Like it's weird. You would never think that, but he like, I remember in maybe 2010 or so, he said, I want to go to a Dead show because it's probably going to be their last. And like 20 freaking years later, he's still going to these damn shows. I missed everybody. I missed all of you so much. I'm so glad to be back. But he's been telling me for like 20 years, like, now I'm going to go to this one because it's going to be their last one. And I have to like, spend like, and it's not cheap to go to these shows. I'm leaving StreamYard. They charged me $6.95 on my bank account. They won't give it back. Have you called your bank? Because a lot of times, I don't know so much with banks, but with credit cards, like Discover is great. If you tell Discover, this person charged my card this and I didn't get what I wanted, they just turn your money back over to you without a second thought. So I would suggest talk to your bank and tell your bank that something went wrong and see if your bank will just take it back. Because no one's going to give you your money, but a bank might take their, because that's the bank. Oh, you called the bank and they closed the account. Well, that sucks. Yeah, so I haven't been here for like 7 months, right? And this whole time I've been paying for StreamYard and Discord and the thing to make the thumbnails and all this stuff. I'm like, God damn dumb I am. But then when I went back to StreamYard, like I've been paying for it, but it said I have to pay more now. Like it was weird. God, I don't know why this chandelier. I don't know if this chandelier was a good idea. I don't really know. I don't know if I'm liking it. I don't know if I'm liking the I like the chandelier, but I don't know. Maybe I'll put it out there. Because if you go out there, there's a little patio you can sit at. And I'm going to get a fire pit and stuff and like make this a whole little like it's hard. I don't know how to like show the area that way. Like I don't know how to like, because I just have this on my laptop. You guys are so great. Now I'm gonna have to pick a time to go because I want to. So I want to go live like more now. Because now I miss it. Like I really did miss everybody. Like it really was sucked. Like not being able to see everybody and talk to everybody, and it just was so. I was just not in a good headspace. Like losing Pooh, I was not in a good headspace at all. Like that was just. Like, I don't think any of the things that bothered me would have bothered me if that hadn't happened, because that was just such a moment in my life that so I had this nonprofit cat rescue and I got 20 cats like in like the late 90s. And so he was the last of this group, and I had all 4 of the siblings. So he was the last of this group of like 20 cats that I had together. So he was like, "Hey, how are you, Kim?" So he was like the last of a generation. And then it was just, 24 years, especially like I got him at 5 days old. His ears were closed. His eyes were like, 24 years is a long time, so it was difficult. And, it was hard. His palliative care, like, ooh, that was a bad one. I mean, he did not want to go. He did not. I mean, there were several times where no breathing, no heart, nothing. He's gone. Because it was like me and the kids, and he's gone. And then all of a sudden, he's back. He was like, "Nope, not ready yet. Sorry." Like 2 times. He just like, and it was just like, so it was like such a heart-wrenching, hard time. And then like for everything else to be like gone after for it, and like, and have someone say, "Well, if you weren't on YouTube, your cat would probably still be alive." Okay. Wanker. So I don't know. It just, but if that hadn't happened, I think I would have been my normal, like, just roast you back and tell you to fuck off person. But I didn't have it in me at that point. Like, I didn't have it in me. But it was good because I had a really good time, like, with the family. And, like, we, like, built the gym and we built this room. And then my son, ooh, do you hear that? Do you hear the wind? I can't tell if you hear it or not. I wish it would rain, because then you would hear it all come down on the metal roof. And it sounds so cool. So, so cool. And then we made a studio for my son. And it's like, it's really great. It's like wood. It's not like a metal like shed. It's like wood. It's like a wood house. But yeah, people like, and it's funny because people are mean and people are cruel. But when it's them, it's a whole different story. But when it's someone else, hey, proud Marine mom. When it's them, then it's like, oh my God, I'm going through this. Everyone needs to be there at my side. But when it's someone else, then it's totally like, whatever. Oh, I'm so sorry, Eliza. It is hard. I'm sorry. That's hard. It's not, they become part of the family. I mean, not for everyone, but I mean, for me, they were, especially 5 days old. But oh my God, Sam, frickin' Sam. I'm sorry. I don't want to I don't want to just blow over your pain, Eliza. I'm very sorry for. How long did you have your little guy? Little girl? Because that's hard. I mean, even if you don't, I remember there was one cat that my son lost his cat, and then we went to the shelter and we ended up getting this cat named Angela. She was 18 and she had lived her entire life in the shelter. No one ever adopted her. So my son adopted her, and I told him, she might live a day, she might live a year, but she's not going to be here a long time because she's already 18. And she was with us for 2 months. And, it was hard, but I was so proud of him because he's like, she got to sleep in a bed and she got to be loved. And, because she lived a shelter her whole life. So I was so proud of him. There's only 6. Oh, I'm sorry. Sometimes it's good though when it's fast. I had one cat. Well, I had 2 cats. They were, it was actually Rasputin's sisters. They both got bone cancer. One lasted 2 years. We did a lumpectomy, and then we actually took off her leg. She lived for 2 years. And then the other sister, she just went like a week, like done. She was just done, so it was like, I don't know which was easier, seeing like Tripod. We called her Tripod. Her name was Rapunzel. We called her Tripod after that. or like, mittens, like, I don't know, but yeah, it's hard. It's hard losing animals no matter how long you have them. But yeah, I was proud of him that like he like was big enough to get this cat, only had her 2 months, but knew that he had done like this really good thing for her. But Sam frickin' totally like failed his job miserably. I mean, he was supposed to be, we got him. I mean, the shelter wouldn't even let me get him. I had to fight with them to get him because they're like, he's a wild animal. Like we just have, we haven't put the sign up yet, but we really shouldn't, he's basically a wild animal. He's never going to be, blah, blah, blah. Well, I guess it depends how big, because bigger dogs live shorter lives, right? Bigger dogs live shorter. Is that the way it goes? But anyway, they did. I had to fight to get him, and then like he ended up, I think, getting into some chlorine tablets from the pool. My husband brought him in from the pool. And then like within a few days he started puking up bile. He got really sick, and I had to bring him in the house, and now now he won't leave the house. Failed his job miserably. He's gained 20 pounds, and all he does is lay in bed with me. Totally got hosed on that one. But he's beautiful. I got to put more stuff in Discord about him, but I'm sorry, Eliza, that's not. Cancer's hard. Cancer is a hard one to go through. I mean, that is probably one of the shittiest diseases like that anybody has to go through, human or animal. It's just, I've had several animals with cancer, and I don't know if it's easier if they go fast or if it's easier if they go slow and you have to, watch them go through it. But either way, I don't know. But Sam's young, so at least still be here for a while. But oh my God, if I could take the camera off, I could. But he's so like he's huge. I mean, he's literally huge. And he just lays around and does nothing. He just lays around. Like he's not going to catch any mice. I think he's like, I survived for 2 years, and every day he woke up and it was like, am I going to eat or am I going to be eaten? But one is probably going to happen. I mean, he was the first feral I ever met who wasn't just aggressive, but was terrified, like actually had fear. Like, I don't think he ever slept. Like, it was a whole, like, I never met a cat like that. But the one way we bonded was he was an 80s kid. I always called him at night and I was like, all right, Sam, time to come to the garage. And, we pull it down and you stay in for the night so you're safe. And I couldn't find him. And I'm walking around the house, and I take my Glock with me because we have big things here, and I see him. I spot his eyes, and he was right in the pathway of where the coyotes come, like in about half an hour from that time period. And I was like, "What are you doing? Like, you cannot be there. That is not a good place to be." And I was like, "You got to get in the garage," and you can see him like burrowing down and like looking towards the garage. And I was like, I got your back and I got a gun. Go, Sam, go. And then you see him run, and he runs to the rock wall, which is like the first safe like place. And then you see him look back at me, and he looks back at me, and I'm like, I got your back, Sam. I got a Glock. Go, Sam, go. And then you see him run to like underneath the I have to put it in Discord. It's hilarious because you can tell that he's like, I know you got my back, so like, can I go more? Like, I'm gonna stop until you tell me it's okay again. And then I'm like, go, Sam, go. And then you see him like go a little bit more. And then after that, he started eating out of my hand. And then he let me pet. I mean, I got to put more in Discord. Eliza, you got to come back to Discord. You got to come back to Discord after our Discord moment a few years ago. But I got to put more stuff in there. But it was like amazing. Like you could tell that he was like, he knew I had his back. He knew I was going to help him. And he was honestly like looking to me like to, like, okay, is it okay? And seriously, I was like, I got your back, Sam. And I'm like holding up a Glock. I'm like crazy person holding up a Glock. Like, go Sam, go. Like it was awesome. It's a hilarious video just to see him look back and like you see him get all ready and then getting like scooching his little butt. You know how they get when they're ready to run and they get ready to like butt waggle and stuff like that. Like it was cute. And then he toxified himself, and I was like, either he's toxified himself to the point where like he's like gonna have kidney failure, and I'm gonna take him to the vet, and they're gonna take him to the back, and he's going to be manipulated, and he's going to have a horrible time, and he's going to die on a cold metal cage, and it's going to be horrible. Or he's sick, but it's not that bad, and I can give him fluids, and I can, and he'll be okay. But, because I knew if I take him to the vet, the trust is never coming back. So, I took care of him here, and now he shows me his red rocket. He shows me his red rocket. Yep. So if a male cat is not neutered or like early enough in life, and they've done the dirty before they get neutered, if they get excited, like not sexually, but just like they're just happy, they'll show you the red rocket. And so like one night I like sitting there, I'm petting his belly, and I'm like, Sam, put that away. Get that away. Show me his boner. I was like, I didn't know what to do. I was like, Sam, my goodness. Like, and cats, they just have these tiny little, I don't even know how they do anything with them. They're just like tiny. I'm just making sure my son isn't texting me because I won't be able to. See, that does look like a red rocket, but it's hilarious. Like so I Googled it, and I was like, they show you their red rocket. And I was like, okay. So he's gone from when we picked him up in a gas chamber cage because he was so wild. And like we had a camera in there because you'd never see him. He'd come out to eat, but if a person like you never see him, to freaking showing me his red rocket. Like we've gone from that to that. Like he's like in love with me. Like sleeps with me, cuddles with me. I hope he doesn't show me his red rocket while I'm asleep. I hope there's something on my laptop right now. It makes it look like I have a big zit on my face or something. But yeah, he's cute. He's cute. He's fat. We're learning not to because he milk treads we're learning not to do that because I do look like a drug addict because I got all these little from him milk treading on my arms, but I don't know. He's a good kitty, but I don't know. So I have a skit that actually I have two skits. I have one skit that was gonna come out before this, but I don't have internet, so it wouldn't have been done in time. And then I have another one. So maybe I'll have one come out tomorrow, like around 10 a.m. And then another, maybe I'll do the other one, like, I don't know, maybe Friday or Monday. And then I'll start doing lives again. But I do want to do a lot more other stuff. Like, because I really I have no desire to get into drama fights. I have no desire to go back to it's just a waste of I just turned 51. I have lived more years than I have left. I'm over the halfway mark. That's really kind of like a mind fuck when you think about it that way. So I don't have time to like waste on shitty dumb people who are just being assholes because they're assholes and like have nothing else better to do. So like I am gonna do skits and I am gonna do some funny things and we are gonna make fun of some things. But I also want to do other things. Like I've gotten really big into like skincare and stuff like that. And like, like ways to take care of yourself without having like, 27 procedures like I've apparently had. No, just kidding. But like I want to do stuff like that and like maybe I'll show you all my shoes that I bought that I've never worn. I don't know. I just want to do other things too. I want to do fun other things too. Because I think when we get into this thing where all we're doing is basically like bitching about someone else, then they're just going to bitch about us. And it's just going to be like bitching back and forth. Like, like, and it did. And when I left, it was like, us versus them bitching and bitching. And it's like, well, where's the fun in that? And each side just wants to show that they're right. And it's just like, it's not, no one's ever going to admit they're right. There's no point in that. There's no fun in that, and it's like, and you're fighting with people who are willing to call the police on you and do like really low blow things and just like morals come second kind of thing, right? So, I think there needs to be some comedy, but in a little bit different way. So I have some ideas, but I don't know. I think this year needs to be the year of having a good time. Just figuring out how to get back to having fun. Because that's what YouTube used to be. And it's what YouTube should be. But it hasn't been for a very long time. So I think I want to do a couple things. Oh, you know what I bet I didn't do? No, I did do that. There are a couple things that I want to do. But that's the main thing that I want to do. I want to figure out ways to make it fun. And hold on, let me go back to this. And that doesn't mean like we can't like review people and do stuff like that. But I definitely think like, because especially like with the jerks, there's a lot of you. There's only one of me. So like, like it's only one of me. So I don't know. So I'm gonna find some little something. I don't know. I got some ideas of some things. Yeah, like more skits, and like I like, and that's why like at the end I tried to not really like roast people, but roast ideas. Like concepts of things that were going on, because they're like the whole purse thing. Like that doesn't have to have anything to do with any particular people. But it could be Pursegate and could be hilarious. So I think maybe that's more of some of the things that I would have more fun doing, because I don't want to get dragged back into that crap. Like that's just not, I don't know. That's just not anything. That's just like, that's how I feel about that. And I got to catch up on all this crap that's been going on. I mean, my God, like, I don't know. I just think the funniest thing, I just will never get out of my head, like certain people saying, she's one of us now, we'll love her forever, like, blah, 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 blah. And then like the hate. I mean, you can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. I mean, just like, strange bedfellows on YouTube. That's what YouTube is. It's just strange bed hopping bedfellows with, I don't know. And this is what happens. See, this is what happens when you let the kids be in charge of the playground. Like this is what happens when you let the kids be in charge. Because anybody can be anything. Exactly. The problem is the maturity level of some of these people. Like, anybody can be anything here, and you can say anything, and you can pretend you're anything. And not everybody understands that you shouldn't call the cops on everybody. Like, I grew up poor and in the ghetto, and I learned real quick, you don't involve the cops if you don't want the cops involved. I mean, there are just people who they just don't know certain things. They're just like life skills, more life skills kind of thing. So there are people who just don't understand a lot of things about life, like that you don't say things that could possibly ruin someone's reputation. You know what I mean? There's just, I don't know. So you're dealing with people who aren't equipped, you know. It's like, going to a match with an idiot, and like, they're no match for you, that like they do not have wit or skills or any, it's like, you got an Uzi and they got like a nail file, and you're like, let's go. And it's not going to work. It's not going to work. And that's what we have going on. So we got to find a way. And that's the thing. I mean, like some of these times I like would listen to people getting butthurt about certain things and be like, what? Like, are you 5? Like, are you seriously 5 that you I, and the hypocrisy is still there. So we'll find some good skits here to do and get. Oh, I know what I wanted to try and see. Oh no, that wasn't what I wanted to try and see. That wasn't what I wanted to try and see. So I don't know. Oh, I know what I wanted to do. Never mind. Wait, breaking news unfolding now. What's the breaking news? At least one killed in shooting at Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl celebration. Well, that's what's load shedding? Someone died at the Super Bowl thing. See, that's the thing. That's one thing that I've never really understood is like people killing people. Like, go smash their car windows. Like, death is so permanent. Like, why people do that, I just don't understand it, because you can't come back from it. But good night, Tina, Rena. I'm glad I have your information now. Hopefully everyone else has it too. And welcome. And so I do a lot of member stuff. Hold on. I do a lot of member stuff. We do a lot of like get ready with me's and like product reviews, and I do a lot of member stuff. So there's the link if you want to be a member. I mean, I couldn't believe when I came back that I actually still had members. I was like, I was gone for 7 months, and yet there were still people here who were members. I was like amazed. That want to play. Hey, quick question, girl. What's wrong with your face? Well, that it's looking at your damn face, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with anyone's face. What's wrong with your attitude? I mean, my God. I mean, you don't even have an avatar. I mean, how can you talk about my face when you don't even have an avatar? Like, total pussy move right there. Come on. You got to do better than that if you want to play with me, honey bunny. Silly children. Silly children. Tricks were made for kids. See, this is like, I miss this stuff too. Like, wait till you see the skit that comes out tomorrow. This is also some of the stuff that I miss. Like, some of my best work. This is why I hate it when people would delete stuff. Some of my best work was in the comment section, just totally like kicking people's butts and like roasting the crap out of them in the comment section. So I used to love people like doing stuff like this. So I miss that. And I rarely get like stuff in the comment section anymore. Like I said, when I did that first Ziggy video, I had like 300 comments the first day. And then like people started deleting their comments, and then people kind of learned like, well, If you do, you're just kind of going to get your out, and it doesn't happen very often anymore, but I miss it. I miss it. I do. I love battles in the comment section. I love trolls. I love them. I mean, because who else? I mean, I'm in California. It's 1:45. So let's say I'm sitting here and it's 1:45. And it's like, what am I going to do right now? I think I'm going to go and see who's live on YouTube, and I'm going to try and hurt their feelings. Oh. Wow. Like, what kind of life does this person have that the best thing they can come up with to do right now is to come on here? And that wasn't even good English. Like, that wasn't even proper English or written well. I mean, it's just like you got to do a little better than that. I mean, it's just stupid. It's just, I don't know. So I just laugh at people like that. Because, like, if I wasn't on here, I would be like hanging out with Sam, or I'd be like outside. I wouldn't be on here going, hey, quick question. What's wrong with your damn face, girl? Want to play? No. Want to play is not looking in a mirror, because want to play has probably broken every mirror that has ever been in their house. And, like, good thing that mirrors don't talk. Because want to play would cry all the time at the things that the mirrors would say at them. Want to play doesn't really want to play. Want to play seemed to go bye-bye. Want to play, it's been 4 minutes. Where'd you go, want to play? You know what else I don't like on StreamYard? Like, you can't, like, go to someone's account, like, straight from clicking on them. Like, you actually have to, like, go, And that's the other thing. I've never really gotten a lot of trolls. Like, I just really never have. And it's sad, because I wouldn't mind them. I wouldn't mind. I'll let you try again, want to play. You want to try again? I'll let you try one more time and see if you can do it. Come on. You can do it. You can say something mean that isn't stupid and ignorant and sounds like you're 5. You can do it. You can. Come on. Google it. Google, like, roasts, or, like, I don't know. I don't know what you Google, but Google something. I don't know. Anyway, so I need to go pick up my oldest son in a little while. So I want to say that was the want to play. Why don't you become a member? How about you become a member? Yeah, then I can show you how you can have a face just like mine. How's that? People are so stupid. Like, do people really think they hurt your feelings when they do stuff like that? Like, that's what I always wonder. Like, I always try and put, and this is what I do, like, with everything. Like if God, stupid, I don't know about this chandelier. See, you want to play. If you wanted to really say something, you should have said something about the chandelier getting stuck in my hair. I mean, like, idiot. But now I forgot what I was gonna say. God damn. Oh, I always, like, try and, like, put myself in that person's shoes. Like, no matter what's going on. Like, if I'm just, like, generally, like, not getting along with someone, whatever. So, like, I try and put myself in these trolls' shoes and, like, think, like, what does it take to make someone have such a shit life that the best thing they can come up with is, like, going on YouTube and hitting, like, live and seeing who's live, and then, like, trying to say something stupid. And why? Like, why? Like, are they wanting me to be like, I don't know what's wrong with my face? Like, is that what they expect? Like, am I gonna, like, am I gonna, like, get off of here and cry? Like, they didn't like my face. They don't like me. You sound just like Susan saying, why don't you become a member? Okay. Why didn't you become a member? I need to have an Irish accent. A member. I can't do my Irish accent now. What is something someone says that's Irish, and then I can like I have to say something to get, and who cares if I do? Like, is that really like is that a laughing out loud like haha? You sound just like Susan saying why you tell me like why is that funny? I don't understand why that's funny. I don't know. I don't understand. It's funny. Okay, yay, I do. Okay, great. I don't know. I don't know. Sorry. I don't. Good try though. Good try though. I'm proud of you. I mean, good try. And you got an emoji in there. You learned how to use emojis, so that was another good one. So hey, why don't you become a member? You should. You should become a member. And then like maybe we can do like you can come up on panel 2 with me and stuff like that, and then maybe we can braid each other's hair and be best friends. Do you want to play like that? You want to? What an idiot. People are such morons. Anyway, I do need to go get my youngest from school, so I need to wrap it up. But it's been great being back, and I'm glad to be back, and I'm sorry it took so long, and I do apologize. Like everyone was like, you don't need, but like I feel like I do. Like it was kind of rude to just like, I should have at least checked in. Hey, Georgette. Well, God damn it, Georgette, are you really want to play? Did you just like switch your little avatar and you really want to play? Because we got a new little friend here. We got a new friend here named Want to Play. And they don't play very well, but they try. They try. Definitely no similarities or comparisons. But anyway, I mean I should have checked in. Like I feel like I should have like, checked in a little more and just, I shouldn't have just like it is, But just so you know, I did pay. I paid for StreamYard, Discord, and everything the whole time. So don't worry about it. Like I should have been here because I was paying for all the goddamn shit. Anyway, I'm not leaving this time. So want to play? We can play a lot more because I'm not going anywhere. You can leave comments. We can play in the comments. You can join and be a member. Wait, let me give this. This is just for Want to Play, by the way. Just for Want to Play. There you go. Okay, there you go. Want to Play. I want. By the end of the day, I want to see you join as a member. Okay. Okay. I mean it. I'm not joking. All right. I love you guys. Thanks for coming today, and I will try and get my skit out tomorrow, and there will be a lot more to come, and we are going to have a lot of fun. And I don't want to hear anybody saying, I don't go to YouTube anymore because everybody's an asshole. We're going to change that all around, and we're going to have fun. So I love you guys, and I have to say it. Bye. Bye, you guys. Oh, and happy Valentine's Day. I almost forgot. I was getting ready to hit end stream and then I remembered. Happy Valentine's Day. I love all of you. Okay, now I'm really going to do it. Bye.